Many people search for spiritual growth, thinking it requires special rituals, deep knowledge, or years of training. But in truth, the path begins with something very simple: being present. In our daily lives, our minds are often caught in the past or the future. We recall old memories, regrets, or mistakes, or we worry about things that have not yet happened. This endless movement of the mind keeps us from truly experiencing life. But if we pause and bring our attention to this very moment, we may discover something unexpected, a deep sense of clarity. The present moment is always here, yet we rarely notice it. Imagine yourself drinking a cup of tea. Your hands feel its warmth. The scent rises gently, and the first sip touches your tongue. For that brief moment, there is no past, no future, just you and the tea. This is the kind of awareness that nurtures the spiritual side of your life. To awaken to the present, you do not need to change your routine. Instead, bring more attention to what you are already doing. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. When you eat, taste each bite. When you listen, truly listen, without preparing your response in advance. These small shifts can reveal a deeper connection to life itself. Some may wonder, why does this matter? The reason is simple. The more we learn to stay present, the more we understand ourselves. We begin to notice our thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. We see that many of our worries are just passing clouds in the sky of our mind. Instead of reacting out of habit, we gain the ability to choose how we respond. Awakening to the present moment is not about controlling your thoughts. Thoughts will come and go, as they always do. But you can step back and watch them, rather than getting lost in them. This small shift creates space for calmness, for understanding, and for something deeper than words. You do not need a perfect environment to practice this. Even in a busy city, with noise and distractions all around, you can find moments of stillness. It is not about escaping life. It is about fully experiencing it. This is the first step on the path to nurturing your spiritual side. By simply being present, you open the door to a different way of living, one that is richer, clearer, and more alive. Many people believe that a fulfilling life comes from having more achievements, more possessions, more experiences. But if we look closely, we may see that the constant pursuit of more often leads to stress, dissatisfaction, and exhaustion. True spiritual growth does not come from adding things, but from letting go of what is unnecessary. Simplicity is a powerful key to deepening our spiritual side. Simplicity does not mean giving up everything or living without comfort. It means understanding what truly matters and making space for it. Imagine a room filled with too many objects. There is no place to move, no air to breathe. Our minds can be the same. When they are crowded with endless desires, distractions, and worries, we have no space for peace. Look at your daily life. How much of what you do, buy, or chase is truly necessary? How much is just a habit or a response to what others expect? When we pause and reflect, we may realize that much of what we hold on to is not essential. And when we let go of what is unnecessary, we gain something far greater: clarity. Simplicity also applies to how we think. The world is full of opinions, arguments, and complex ideas. We often overanalyze situations, searching for the perfect solution, but in doing so, we lose sight of what is right in front of us. When we simplify our thoughts, we focus on what is clear, direct, and meaningful. Life becomes lighter, and decisions become easier. Many people feel overwhelmed by the speed of modern life. The constant flow of news messages, and distractions makes it hard to feel settled. But even in this fast-moving world, we can choose simplicity. We can slow down, do one thing at a time, and give our full attention to each moment. A simple life does not mean a dull life. It means a life with more depth and purpose. True richness is not measured by how much we own, but by how deeply we experience life. A simple meal, enjoyed with full awareness, brings more satisfaction than an expensive feast eaten in distraction. A single sincere conversation holds more meaning than 100 empty words. When we embrace simplicity, we stop searching for happiness in external things and begin to find it within. Simplicity is not a limitation. It is a path to freedom. It allows us to move through life with ease, to focus on what truly matters, and to nurture the spiritual side that often gets lost in unnecessary complexity. By simplifying, we make space, not just in our surroundings, but in our hearts and minds. In our journey of spiritual growth, we often focus on personal reflection, turning inward to understand ourselves. But spirituality is not just about looking within. It is also about how we connect with the world around us. A life of deep meaning is not lived in isolation. It is woven through our relationships, our environment, and our understanding of our place in the world. Many people go through life feeling disconnected. Even in a world where we can instantly communicate with others through technology, loneliness remains a common struggle. This is because true connection does not come from the number of interactions we have, but from their depth. When we engage with others, do we truly see them? Do we listen with an open heart? Or do we only wait for our turn to speak? A meaningful connection begins with presence, being fully there, without distraction or judgment. But connection is not only about people. The natural world also offers us a way to deepen our spiritual side. We often rush through life without noticing the beauty around us, the quiet strength of trees, the endless rhythm of the ocean, or the vastness of the sky. When we take a moment to truly observe, we realize that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. Nature is always teaching us, reminding us of patience, impermanence, and harmony. There is also meaning in understanding our role in the world. Many people search for purpose, believing it must be something grand or extraordinary. But a meaningful life is not defined by scale, it is defined by sincerity. A kind word, a small act of generosity, or simply treating others with care can create more impact than we realize. Spiritual growth is not about separating ourselves from the world, but about engaging with it in a way that brings warmth and understanding. When we begin to connect deeply with others, with nature, with life itself, we feel a shift. The small worries that once consumed us lose their power. We start to see the world with fresh eyes, appreciating the simple moments that we once overlooked. Life does not have to be complicated to be meaningful. Sometimes, the most profound experiences come from the simplest gestures, genuine attention, quiet appreciation, and the willingness to be present. To nurture our spiritual side, we must remember that we are not separate from the world. Every interaction, every breath, every step we take is an opportunity to connect. And when we do, we begin to experience life in a way that is fuller, richer, and deeply meaningful. Many people search for peace, believing it is something to be achieved, something that will come once their problems are solved, their past is healed, or their future is secure. But peace is not found somewhere outside of us. It is already within, waiting to be uncovered. We often carry worries, regrets, and fears like heavy stones. Some are about things we cannot change, others about things that may never happen. The more we hold on to them, the more burdened we feel. But what if we allowed ourselves to set them down, even just for a moment? What if we stopped trying to control everything and instead allowed life to unfold as it is? Inner peace does not come from eliminating all difficulties. Challenges will always arise, and emotions will continue to flow. The key is learning how to relate to them differently. Instead of fighting against difficult feelings, we can observe them, allowing them to come and go like waves in the ocean. This shift, stepping back rather than being pulled in, creates space for calmness. Many people believe that peace requires silence or perfect conditions. But true peace is not about escaping from life's noise. It is about finding stillness even in the middle of movement. Imagine standing in a crowded street. The sounds of traffic, conversations, and footsteps surround you. But if you take a deep breath and simply listen without resistance, you may notice that there is a stillness within you, even in the noise. Our thoughts often pull us away from peace. We judge ourselves, compare our lives to others, and chase after things we believe will bring happiness. But peace is not found in reaching some final goal. It is in accepting where we are right now. This does not mean giving up on growth or change, but rather finding contentment even as life continues to evolve. Letting go is an important part of the journey. We must learn to release the idea that we must always be in control, that we must always be right, or that we must always be perfect. When we hold on too tightly, we suffer. But when we loosen our grip, we discover a lightness, a sense of freedom that is not dependent on external circumstances. Inner peace is not something distant or difficult. It is already here, beneath the layers of worry and noise. By allowing life to be as it is, by stepping back from our thoughts, and by embracing each moment as it comes, we begin to uncover what has always been within us. Peace is not something to find. It is something to remember. Spiritual growth is not a destination. It is not something we achieve once and then hold on to forever. It is a continuous journey, one that unfolds in each moment, in each breath, in each step we take. There is no single path to follow, no perfect way to live. But when we bring awareness to our daily lives, when we simplify, when we connect with the world in a meaningful way, and when we let go of what burdens us, we begin to experience life with greater depth and clarity. This journey is not about becoming someone else. It is about uncovering what has always been within you. There will be days when you feel peaceful and clear, and there will be days when doubt and struggle arise. That is natural. The important thing is not to chase perfection, but to keep returning to the present moment, to keep walking forward with an open heart. Even the smallest moments of awareness can transform how we experience life. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the quiet of the morning, the kindness in someone's voice. These are all reminders that peace and meaning are always close. We do not need to search far to find them. As this video comes to an end, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to those who have taken the time to watch, to listen, and to reflect. I truly appreciate your presence. Your support, whether through a like, a comment, a subscription, or a super thanks, means a great deal. Knowing that these words may reach someone who finds them helpful is something I do not take for granted. If any part of this message has resonated with you, I am grateful to have been able to share this moment with you. May your path be one of awareness, simplicity, and peace. And may you continue to discover the depth and beauty that life has to offer, in your own time and in your own way.